I went out the other day to make this video and wanted to do a brief life update over the last couple months, and I ended up spending about 30 minutes, and I don't know if I even said anything at all. So I even went and edited the video, and I was kind of like, maybe I'll just put it up, and I think I'm just gonna redo it. So, you know, none of these have to be great, but I'd rather have something of a point and not too long of a video. But anyway, out here taking a walk. I haven't made pretty much any videos in the last couple months. I had two kind of polar opposite months back to back since my last video. So this was in June and July. And in June I got another job, a second job, and I was doing kind of double duty with that and the job I had had for the last year. And just the way it worked out was kind of unfortunate. Was I just had to work every day, which I did the whole month of June. And once I was able to, I dropped first job and dropped down to way less hours at the new one. And I had kind of a parallel experience of being too busy to work on anything creative, like, you know, keeping up to date on these videos, and then having more than enough time, but still not really wanting to do it. And I'm not really sure what the difference was, but I had the exact same result, which was pretty unfortunate. I think I was just so burnt out from just working all the time for a while that once I finally had some time off, I was looking forward just to you know, just really not doing anything, just kind of pure relaxing type stuff. And I did that for a little while, which was good because I definitely needed that. But you know, that kind of wore off soon enough, and then I was kind of feeling like I wanted to start getting into some type of creative outlets. Didn't have to be these videos necessarily, but just something. But I just really cannot find motivation to do it, and I'm not really sure why. It's been, as I said, a full month of working, you know, far less hours. I'm just about to start picking up some more time, so I'll be back to kind of like a regular job schedule in a week. So I feel like I had this whole period to really crack down and start making some stuff, and I just really didn't. And I feel a little bad that I didn't, because now I'm just gonna start getting back to a normal level of busyness, so it'll just be that much harder to get anything made. So wanted to start making more of these walk and talk videos. I really like using the 360 camera, and it really just drastically cuts down on editing time, because I can just come out, you know, talk about something. It maybe won't be as visual, but it just takes so long to edit together clips if I'm trying to, you know, visually show everything. And those always just end up being, I don't feel like very representative of kind of the time and experience I had, you know, just because I feel like I'm more comfortable filming at home, but there's only so much I'm doing there, and it's mostly just the same old type stuff. I don't think very interesting to watch, and not that interesting for me to film either. Or I can be out in public, which I'm just less comfortable with, and especially if I'm trying to film, I'm out at places, I'm doing stuff, I'm trying to be like kind of discreet, and I just feel like the angles don't work really well. I hold a phone close to my body and I'm pointing it down, and everything is too short. It doesn't really show accurately what's going on. So I think part of that is that I just need to like get a little more comfortable just doing this type of stuff in public. So that's another little project for this walk and talk type thing. A little bit about the job switch I did. It was a little bit of an unfortunate situation, but I'd been wanting to move away from my job for a while. There was just a lot of aspects that I didn't like about the environment, and those kind of started outweighing the parts I did like about it, which was a lot of stuff. I liked it more at first, and then just kind of the ratio started taking over to it being a much more negative experience. But it was such a small crew that works there, just small business, very few employees, that it was hard to move over to another job, just because they really needed people there at that current job. And I had been burned so many times before I got this last job a year ago, with thinking I had been hired, or even kind of like starting to work somewhere, and then the business just changed their mind, or they kind of just ghosted me, or whatever. This kind of very poor communication skills all around it at several jobs, all in a row, right before I got this last job. So I was kind of holding on to that stability of, well, thankfully this one place hired me. Do I really want to be back in a similar situation, trying to get another job? And I tell one job I'm quitting, starting another job, and then something like that happens again. So all that stuff was just kind of fresh in my mind, so it really dissuaded me from even looking for other jobs, or if I did find and apply for things, I almost hoped I wouldn't get it, just because I wouldn't have to deal with the struggles of transitioning there. But anyway, that happened with several opportunities that came and went, and things were just getting more tight and stressful at the job I had, and I tried to juggle both jobs, and I intended to do it for longer, because I was told that I would be able to drop some time from one job, just so I could have a normal schedule working both, and still being able to help out until they found some more people to replace me. And I could just see that was not going to happen as I was told. And I waited for a while. There was no changes, no new hires, not much prospect of anything. And so I kind of had to put my foot down for myself, and just quit that one and drop down to a less sustainable amount of work for the time being. But so it's been kind of a rough 2 months in two different ways, and now I'm getting back to a little bit of normalcy, and I'm really trying to document a little bit more just be more on top of just some daily recordings or talking type stuff, kind of growing a list of little topics or things I've thought about that I'd like to talk about in some form, maybe just some kind of shorter talking videos. But anyway, that's my goal coming up. I'm gonna try and crank some more of these out.